Hey everybody, so I know what you're all thinking. It's like, Drew, where have you been? You've been gone. Well, a lot of stuff has happened. Like a lot of stuff. I have had several surgeries since my last video blog, which was a while ago. So, I think I've had maybe 4 or 5 since my last blog, which has been pretty crazy. My last surgery that I think I was on here with was, you know what? I don't even know. But since my last video blog, I had my, I think my last video blog was talking about the cage that I had on my foot and everything else. But obviously I've had the cage taken off. I went into a boot and then I got the boot taken off and there was some swelling that started accumulating at where one of the pen sites was. So I went to the doctor. Or actually there was a hole in my ankle where one of the pen sites was that wasn't closing up, and there was, this part's really gross, so if you're like really squeamish, like just mute the computer or something, just don't watch this part. When I would take the bandage off, there would be like a white pus that would come out, as well as some blood and everything. So I went to the doctor, he took a culture of it, and I started having to pack it with gauze and everything. And so I was able to stick a Q-tip. I was able to stick a Q-tip in there, and it would go down about that much into my bone. Like I could feel the Q-tip going and hitting the inside of my bones. Like a really crazy feeling. So I'd have to stick this Q-tip in there and wipe it all out and start packing these strips of gauze inside of my bone. Yeah, that's a lovely gesture right there for y'all. I took a culture of it. It came back as staph. So I was like, fantastic, that's awesome. So I found out that I had staph inside of my bone. So when they pulled the rod out, it had left a cubby hole inside of my bone. So I had this little pocket in the bone for this infection to grow and mutate and all of this awesome stuff. So I started on these 2 different antibiotics and everything else. I kept having to pack it and everything. The doctor wanted it to heal from the inside out. So I ended up going in for surgery shortly thereafter, again to have the bone scraped inside and to have it all flushed out and everything. So I went in for surgery. The doctor was afraid that the staph infection was getting into the hardware that I had in there from the past surgery, from when they put the cage on. So he was afraid that this staph infection was getting into that hardware. So he decided to take all the hardware out and clean it all out and everything. So he closed up the hole that was already there. Everything was good and dandy for about a month or so, and there was swelling that was around that area, and it was really tender and everything. So I went back into the doctor. This part is excellent. Back to the doctor, and he stuck like a 4-inch needle into my ankle, again with the gesture. You like it? Great. Stuck a 4-inch needle area thing into my ankle, into the bone, and drew some blood out. Most of it was blood, so I wasn't really sure what was happening. Sent it off for tests. Then he decided that I needed to go back into surgery. He wanted to go back in, clean it all out again, scrape the bone, everything else. So this past Monday, I went back into surgery again, had it all opened up again, cleaned it all out. He said that the culture that was sent off was growing a form of staph, and it ended up turning out to be a rare form of infection of staph. So he was really concerned about it, hence me rushing into surgery. So he didn't want it to go into, of course, my blood system and everything else. So I went back in again and had it all cleaned out. I got out of surgery, and okay, this was crazy. All right, are you ready for this? I spent 13 hours in the hospital Monday. I had to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. When I got there, they ended up putting a hun in, and this, let's see if you can see this. This is what they ended up putting in. How awesome. They put this in. There are 2 tubes that are running 2 different ways in my artery. Oh yeah, that's my nipple. There are 2 tubes that are running in my arteries. One's going this way, one's going that way. And one of them I used to, he put me on a liquid antibiotic, and so I have to have this nice little thing in for 6 weeks. That's right, 6 weeks. Crazy. So I had this put in at, I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and the worst part about it all, I was awake for the entire thing. I went in under the impression that they were gonna just knock me out. I was gonna be out, wake up with this thing in. Went in, they were like, we're gonna numb you up, which was pretty much, they might as well have just like laid a pack of ice right there to numb the skin, because not so much. I didn't feel them do the cut, but as soon as I started sticking the tube in there, I was done. It hurt a lot. I felt them go in with the tube. I felt it right here. I felt it down in my side. I felt it in my back. The procedure was about 30 to 45 minutes, so I had to lay there on my back with my head turned like this and had this blue tarp over my face, and I couldn't move, nothing. I had to lay there for 30 to 45 minutes while they are fishing away with this tube. I had this circular thing over the top of me, which was an x-ray, which was continuously taking pictures to show them where the tube was at, where it was going. They had to put this dye in to make the veins show up in my chest, or make the arteries show up in my chest, the veins and everything. So it was a crazy ordeal. And then I got out of that, got done, I got up, walked away, and then I had to pretty much sit around and wait for my actual surgery to come up, which was at 1:30, so I had this huge time gap. They took me into surgery, and we went in and cleaned it all out. So now I am back in a cast. Awesome, right? I know. It was weird, because when I got out of surgery, I wasn't in a cast. He wanted me in my boot. I couldn't walk anywhere unless I was in my boot. And then I went in for my doctor's appointment. I had the surgery done Friday. I think I said Monday earlier, so I had it done this past Friday. And then Monday, went in for my doctor's appointment. He wanted me in a cast because pretty much my tibia is so hollow because of the rods that were in there and the hardware that was in there. And now that he's gone in there a couple or a few times and continuously scraped that bone where that staph was, it's incredibly hollow, and he said that it could snap like that. He wants me in a cast, so I have to go back in 2 weeks and kind of find out what's going on. Pretty much the reason I haven't been on here at all doing any video blogs, just because I've been so drained from having so many surgeries, and then the staph infection was making me, you know, just really, I don't want to say weak, but really kind of crappy feeling. So, you know, I've just kind of been fighting with that and everything. So I've been doing that a lot. I just got some paperwork today, right there, which is really exciting. This August, I wanted to do this last year, but I wasn't able to. Here, you can probably see this. Yay! I got all this paperwork last year to go be the camp counselor at the camp that I went to growing up, which is awesome. And like I said, I wanted to do it last year. I was all set and ready, but I had the surgery in July of last year, so I wasn't healed and ready to go to camp. So this year, this August, there is nothing that is going to stop me. This is my goal for the summer, is to go and do this, because I'm very, very excited. I found out there's a guy, his name is Jay, and I get my factor and my supplies and everything from. He's really awesome. Him and Jennifer, he just opened a new company. It's called Accurate RX. So, you know, any hemophiliacs out there, or anybody that's kind of looking for an insurance company, he's amazing. Him and Jennifer are just awesome. So, you know, just let me know if you're kind of looking for that kind of insurance type, and I'll get you the information and everything. But I found out that he's a counselor at this camp also. And so I'm really excited to know that I'm gonna, you know somebody there. He took me to a Blues game, the hockey team, St. Louis Blues. I guess it was a couple months ago, a month month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that, which was awesome. Did we win? No, but it was still a lot of fun. Also, he came over to deliver my factor and everything a couple days ago. It was Monday. He came over and delivered my factor. He's writing this thing, newsletter or something like that, but he did like an interview about my filmmaking and how that kind of incorporates with my hemophilia. That was really cool. I'm excited, so I'll show you guys, you know, when I find out what's going on with that. I sent my film, a couple of the films that I've done, I've sent them off to some film festivals, so we're kind of waiting to hear back on what happens with that. We're in our 3rd season of The Hunger. So that's incredibly exciting. We have a couple new characters, which they are great. They fit the roles perfectly and they're awesome people. So I finally now have my dream team, or my dream cast. Very, very, very cool. If you don't know it, you know, it's The Hunger 08 here on YouTube. Go check it out. That's about it, guys. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that's happened, but I mean, we're at like 15 minutes now, so I don't want to try and cram it all. I am now a coach on a website called groundwire.net. It's like a spiritual website to where, you know, kids or just pretty much anybody can go on there if they're having a hard time. If they have a problem they need to talk to somebody about, you can go on this website and a coach will talk to you. It's really based on God and Jesus and everything, and talking to these people if they're trying to find Jesus or want to have Jesus in their life, and go to this website and talk to a coach about, you know, what to do. So I've gotten a couple people where they felt suicidal, or you know, they're having like really bad relationship problems. I pretty much just talk to them about it. We have resources to where we can give them websites to go check out to help them in their area, or just it's such a cool feeling. Especially like there's most of the time, you know, I can really feel that God is pretty much just talking straight through me to these people. Just that feeling is incredible. You know anybody that's kind of having that hard time in life, you know, tell them to go check out the website. Again, it's groundwire.net. Anyways, you guys, I hope everybody has a great night, and sorry I haven't been doing these, so I kind of hope you understand why. It's just been kind of crazy. I think I'm out for tonight, and I really hope everybody has a great night. You know, if you're watching American Idol, awesome, because I'm really into it this year again. So, yeah. Alright, have a great night, and I will talk to all of you soon. Again, if you're new to watching me, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. To all my other subscribers, what's up, guys? Like I always say, if you have any questions about me or my life or anything like that, please hit me up, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Alright, guys, have a great night, God bless, and I will talk to all of you soon. Alright, night, guys.